Hey everybody, Coach Jeff here, Be Athletic Multisport. Welcome back to the Pain Cave. Today we got workout number 2 on our strength training for multisport and endurance athletes. So let's get right to it. We're going to continue with our theme of 3x3 or 3 exercises in 3 groups. However, I'm going to show you all 9 exercises in a row in this first round. And then hopefully when you get these workouts, when you get these exercises in, you're going to do 2 more rounds, 3 exercises each, go through it as you go. Again, we're going to do 30 seconds each exercise to keep time moving, so I'm not wasting yours and we're getting through this. All right, so the first exercise we have coming up are elevated lunges. Now you can use a box like I have, or you can use a chair, whichever works for you. And you're just going to elevate one foot, your back foot, up off the floor, and you're going to drive through with that heel of that front leg. We're going to drop down into a lunge and push right back up. So 30 seconds, are we ready? And go. Good, you want to get a nice deep lunge if you can. Just go to what your abilities are. And you want to push through the heel of that front foot. It's going to incorporate that glute a lot more. And of course we know, never start a workout without warming up sufficiently first. So obviously I've already done that. Whoop, falling, always good to have a wall nearby. Balance is key. Good, 30 seconds. Switch legs. Oh, there we go. Ready and go. Driving down and driving right back up. Pushing through that heel. You want to find a nice, comfortable spot. Woo. For your front foot. You don't want to be too close to the block or too far out. Again, I can feel that butt working. Very important for your running. You want to be a strong runner. Having good, strong glutes are a good part of that. All right, moving on. Let's move this box out. I'm going to introduce you to a new training tool. This is the TRX suspension trainer. Essentially, it's just canvas straps with handles at the end. But what it does do, it enables you to do a number of great exercises, all involving your own body weight. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide that mat out of the way for now, so I don't slip and fall. Hands on the handles. And we're going to start our chest press. It's just like a push-up, except now you're suspended, and you have to stabilize with each arm, so you have balance on both sides. And of course, because you're suspended, it works the core all around. Abs, hips, lower back, all core, all the time. As well as working that chest. Nice and controlled movements. Good. Woo, perfect. Stopping that, there we go. All right, and then we're going to go into a reciprocal tubing row. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this thing out of your way. Put that up there for a moment. And in the Pain Cave, I've attached some rings to the wall. So I can use the tubing and attach it to somewhere firm. But in your case, you can do it to any piece of large furniture or anything that is not going to get pulled by the strength of the tubing. So reciprocal tubing row. Drop down into a little bit of a squat and rotate, alternating one side to the other, making sure you're getting a good full range of motion with some rotation. Again, you can feel this in your core. You're going to feel it a little in your glutes from being in a squatting position. You also want to keep your chest nice and high. And breathe, as you can hear me doing. Good, working it. All right, exercise. That was 3. We're going to go into the second round of 3 exercises with leg curls on the ball here. Leg curls on the ball. If you don't have a fit ball, I suggest you go out and get one. It's an easy tool. You can use it as a bench. You can have many different types of exercises you can use with this for balance purposes, strength purposes, you name it. So you're just going to lie down on the mat, put your heels up on the ball, And what we're going to do is we're going to raise our hips up off the ground and we're just going to dig our heels into that ball and curl within that. Really great exercise for the hamstring. So let's start that timer. Hips up and curl. Curl, good. Digging those heels right into that ball. Pull them in as hard as you can. Keep pressing those hips high. I can feel those hamstrings burning already. Now if you want to get fancy, you can always do single leg. Or not. Obviously, I shouldn't show off. Very good. Okay. Moving on, exercise number 5. Going back to our TRX. Okay, now we're going to make a little adjustment to the TRX. We're going to shorten the straps all the way up. Yes, we can. And we're going to do a high row exercise. Let's move our ball out of the way. Again, let's move our mat so I don't slip and slide. You always want to make sure that the surface that you're training on is safe. And that means you don't want to be sliding all over the place. So, grab your handles. You're going to start back, keeping the straps nice and tight. You're going to walk your feet down to wherever you feel comfortable. Now, high row, we're going to get started. Elbows up high, as opposed to down in here. Elbows up high, pulling it in, keeping that chest up. Remember what I said before, all core, all the time. You want to keep your eyes up, looking at the anchor point. And as you get fatigued, you can walk your feet out a little bit. And the further your feet are from underneath the anchor point, the less of your body weight you're using. In which case that makes that a little easier to do. So that's a great thing. You can start off heavy and move out light as you need to, or you can make it more challenging by walking your feet under. All right. Side crunches. We're going to grab our ball. We're going to lay it right here next to the wall. We're going to put our front foot or our bottom leg forward and put our hip right on the ball. All right, then we're going to do side crunches over the top of the ball. You ready? And go. Now these are excellent for your core, for your obliques. You can feel that stretch all through here. Again, really working on the balance and strength throughout your whole core. Good. And of course, we got to do both sides. So actually I'm going to move it over this way and use this treadmill here so you're not looking at my back while I'm doing this. Same thing, get it up high. Want your hip up high on the ball. Ready and go. Same thing to the other side. Sometimes you'll find you have better balance on one side than the other, which is the case here. Just because I'm a coach doesn't mean I'm perfect. And sometimes I fall just like everybody else does. So don't get discouraged if you can't really do it. Just keep practicing. Now another thing you can do with that exercise, if that's too difficult for you, you can try to do side bridges where you're supporting yourself on your forearm, legs stacked, and just raising yourself up and down. That's going to help work in that same general area. Or rotating crunches. All right, moving on. Single leg reaches. Now this is a great exercise. This is a balanced exercise, also working the glute and the hamstring. So single leg reach is essentially as we're standing on one leg, we're going to work on our balance and reach down towards the floor or cone or whatever you may have. So let's show you how this goes. Here we go. Now, notice my lower leg is wobbling all over the place. I'm still trying to find my balance as I start. And it's okay if you lose your balance. Well, like that. Just keep it moving and get right back in. Don't stop and say, oh darn, I get mad at yourself. Just hop back in there and keep going. Don't waste any time getting mad at yourself. Good. Excellent. Switching legs. Here we go. Now, people get confused which arm they're reaching with. You're always reaching with the opposite hand of the foot that's on the floor. So whatever foot you're standing on, you're reaching with the opposite hand. Now, as you get good at this, you can set up cones or little dots and reach across your body. Obviously, I'm not that good right now. Forward, out to the side here. Whatever makes it more challenging for you. Good stability. You can really feel that in your butt and your hamstring. Have I worked on your butt and your hamstring quite a bit during this workout? Well, that's a key. All right, going back to our TRX units. Again, we're going to keep those straps up tight and long, and we're going to do a wide raise, shoulder exercise. Also, obviously, a core exercise. Grab those handles here. We're going to start with our arms way up high in our finishing position with nice tight straps. Here we go. It's going to look like this. Offset stance with your feet, and just keep those arms straight and raise them up overhead. Raise them up in the sign of victory. Woo! I should call these the V raise, right? But nah, it's a Y. It's champion's pull. We'll come up with a good name for it. A Y raise. As your shoulders get tired, you can move those feet back a little bit. Excellent timing on that beat. All right, last exercise in the round is a good old plank. Prong plank. So, again, you want to find your mat, and you can do this in a couple of different ways. You can do a plank up on your hands and just stay in the push-up position, or a traditional way is to be on your forearms. And you want to make sure when you're up there, and we're going to do this one for a minute, because 30 seconds is just not long enough. But you do what you can. If 30 seconds is all you can do, then you try to do 30 seconds. If 10 seconds is all you can do, then you try to do that. I'm going to try to do it for a minute right now. A minute is good enough for today. Now, what you want to make sure is that you're not back here like this with your butt in the air. You want to keep your butt down in a nice, steady, stable plank position, nice and flat. You want to keep your shoulders over your elbows if you're in that position. And you don't want to let yourself sag like that either. So you're pulling that belly button to your spine. Pretend you have a rope connecting your belly button to your spine, and that's what you're going to do. You're going to try to pull that rope tight to your spine, and you're going to hold that in there. You might notice yourself shaking a little bit. I'm starting to do that where I'm like, still got more time. You can make adjustments as you go. When you get really strong in this exercise, it's great for overall core strength. Lower back, again, hips, abs, obliques. Woo! And you can feel it, and you're just sitting here. You're like, darn, I didn't know just staying in one spot can hurt so much. And good. 1 minute. You can time that was a minute. So if you want to time it on the video, go right ahead. Anyway, there you go. 9 exercises in the circuit. You can do them 3 by 3, so if you want to just do the first 3, 30 seconds each, and do those 3 times each, and then do the next 3, 3 times each, and so on, you can do that and break it up like that too. Anything that makes the time go faster for you, makes you feel good about it, is a great thing to do. All these exercises are going to help get you stronger, so you can keep running and biking and swimming, or swimming, biking, and running, because that's the order we do it in, and we know that. And have a great time with this one. Let me know how it goes. Coach B, signing off. Rock the beat, baby. Round number 2. All right, let's see.